Hey guys, Shawn Ziem, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is live number 35 on the year with the Webtalk Legends Podcast. If you are here with us right now, I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, drop a comment where you're watching from, hit that like button, and at the end, please share this live. We want to help as many people as possible. And if you're interested in getting on the podcast, please reach out to me. We'd love to have you. We are booked until November, so definitely get on board. Let's provide value and share your story. I'm going to bring on a good friend of mine, Dana George. What's going on, Dana? How are you?
My man, what is going on?
How's it
8:30.
going?
I'm doing well, man. Looking at the time, it's 8:35, and I'm ready. I'm ready for bed, man. And you're up late just doing your lives.
We do them live at night because this is a worldwide platform. There's people tuning in from Australia. There's people tuning in from the UK, Iran. It's all over the place, and
So
that's why it's kind of a perfect time for everybody. So yeah, we get kind of the ones that are up early have to stay
yeah,
up a little late to get on this, but it's a fun time, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun talking about you and getting to know you even more deeper than we have in the past anyway. So it's going to be fun. Before we get started,
all
can you
right.
tell us who you are and what you do?
All right, everyone who's awake, who's sleeping, who's going to check this out later on, early in the morning. But my name is Dana George. I am a mortgage. Oh, we got Florida.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All
And New
right. Nice.
Zealand.
New Zealand. All right. All right. I feel special right now. My name is Dana George. I'm a mortgage loan officer up here in New York. I don't know what time it is in New Zealand, but here it is 8:36. So if you do have a time, can you post it for me? I don't know the time difference. I think that's pretty cool. Um, like I said before, I'm a mortgage loan officer out here in New York. I am a father of three, a 9-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And no, they're not asleep. I'm just not in the house right now because it would have been absolutely nuts. But next time I will definitely bring them on. And I am a happily married man as well.
No, I appreciate you jumping on board with us. Yeah, I mean, having kids changes things, right? It makes things a little difficult for certain things,
Yeah,
but hey, we're able to make this happen. You're in a Panera Bread. Shout out to Panera Bread. It's a
definitely.
great facility, right? So it allows you to eat and also do some business as well, which is a phenomenal thing to utilize.
This is like my second office. So like I said, it's hard to work from home. Sometimes you don't want to be bothered at the office, so you come to like a Panera Bread or a Starbucks, and you actually get to meet a lot of people. So it's always fun to get out there, network, shake hands, and just give people a smile.
Oh yeah. Now, when you go to Panera Bread, do some people on their laptop put like a big sticker, ask me questions or something to generate interest or generate conversation? Is there anything you're doing right now for that when you're at Panera Bread any other day?
I would say I'm not that creative, but I would just say if you just say hi, ask them what they're eating, nice outfit, nice hat. If you just give someone a compliment, that will do just fine.
It's just having conversations. I know just learning about others is a great passion of mine, and it helps with business because you're actually listening to what
Perfect.
other people are saying and not like figuring out what you're going to say to trump everything that's being thrown at you. It's nice to just sit back and relax and learn about what's going on. And it's great when another father comes on because we are someone that they're looking to,
Yes.
how we act with our significant other, with our family, our friends, our work. How has that changed you when you were before kids and then now with kids?
Well, we won't go into total detail what I was before kids. We'll leave that for 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock showing. But since having kids, it's been absolutely phenomenal. I remember when we were having our first kid, definitely excited. Something I vividly remember, and I talk to this to this day when I know people have any kid, is you'll probably remember this too, is when you're taking your child home that first day. I tend to speed limit was 30 miles per hour. I was at 28 miles per hour. It was so nerve wracking, but that eventually, man, like it just come naturally. And to succeed as a person is and to be a leader, That's what you want to do for your kids. So like everything that we do right now, they are watching, whether you think they are or not. And I love it. I have two boys and a little girl. My little girl, I would say she is probably the toughest, the toughest out of the three. She is definitely like a light switch. One moment, oh my God. The next moment, you're like, yo, you got to get away from me because you're too violent. But she's definitely, they're awesome. They're all awesome. They all have their personality. Um, they take some of the great personalities that you have, and then they take some of the ones that you just don't like, and you're like, oh my goodness, that's really me. But I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's absolutely amazing to be able to. I also coach, well, assistant coach for my son's soccer team. I take the kids to the gym as well, so they can get acclimated with other kids and with work with adults. But just to see them grow and progress is absolutely amazing. To hear them say, "Daddy, look at me, I'm doing this," even though it might be absolutely nothing, but they get the joys of it, and you get the joy of it as well.
No, I like that. And I like that. That's so true. When you are in the hospital, when your baby is born, they are able to go to a different room. You could take a little nap. You can get something to eat, and they're quiet. Someone else is taking care of your baby at the time. When you go home, it is completely
All
like
on you.
life changing, literally, because yeah, it's all on you, and
Not to
anything can
scare
happen.
anybody.
It's scary, but it's something that we all get through. I mean, I've
Yeah.
done it. I've had three girls and I have a
Mm,
boy on the way.
congratulations.
Thanks, man. Like in a couple, like probably end of October, first
Hmm.
week of November, somewhere in there. And first boy, and we're done. But it's something that I wanted to, you know,
You just had
that's
to
a.
one up me. Oh,
And
he's got three. I need four. I was
I
like, you
have
won.
friends. They're like, "Oh, why don't you do some more?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Like, it's too much." My one buddy's got five. I'm like, "Dude, I don't need a basketball team. I don't need it."
Nah, not at all. I'm good with the three. I'm good with the three.
So we've done video before. You've been on like these. We've had like meetups, so we do all different things, and I think it's awesome that you're at Panera Bread, and I've done this too when I do my live stuff from like locations. Are there anyone looking at you of what you're doing right now?
I could feel some eyes peering on me because I don't know how loud I am because of the two headsets are in. But it is what it is. Until they tell me to shut up, we're gonna keep going with this.
I loved it because I used to always do a selfie or do some video, and people are wondering like, what exactly is going on over there? What are they doing? And some that creates the curiosity. They want to know, why
Peaks
are you
interest.
this? Are you an important person? Or
I am
and they'll stare at you like, hell yeah, I'm important. Every single one of you. You should know who
exactly.
I am. That's how it is. So that's fantastic. I I know that video can be a difficult thing for some people,
Hmm.
like, but how has it been for you? Are you incorporating more video? Are you doing, you
Yeah.
know,
Um,
how's that front?
I mean, social media is like that's where it is. Like, even though you don't, that is true, SpongeBob's. Even though you might not want to, there we go, my New Yorker. Hello, Joanna. Um, um, what were we talking about? Oh, social media. It is important for your business. Whether you want to do it or not, like everyone just goes onto social media. Like, think about it. Like, you can Google something right now on how to do something, and the very first thing that's pop up is actually going to be a YouTube video. So you're gonna go on it. Is it the most easiest thing to do? No, but do you want to be successful? Yeah. So you're gonna go ahead and do it. And video has made a difference. And you know what's crazy is that we'll post up our videos, and not everyone is going to. And I want to. This is a really good tip for people. So when you make your video, you're going to post it, and if you check the likes in the comments, there probably won't be any. There probably will not be any. But you know what's going to be funny is that you're going to get a private message on the side and said, "Oh, I saw your video on this," and I'm like, "Why didn't you just like and comment? I even asked you to like and comment." But people are watching you. Um, thank you for the shout out. No problem. I'm from Long Island. What part of New York are you from? But people are watching you nonetheless. So for people who are making YouTube videos, and you don't have to be great at it, you don't have to be great at it. You just need to go ahead and do it. So I make videos, and they're not even that good. You know what? I'm just going to put them up because if you know what's going to happen, people are actually going to see you progress. So they're going to see you. It's like when you have a kid, you see your kid from an infant,
Hmm.
a teenager, a 20-year-old, this, that, and the third. So that's what people are going to do when you're watching a video. And guess what? That content stays out there for the rest of your life. So people are going to search you and it's going to pop up. So video is very, very, very important to do. I think it has helped my business because people have said they saw me, they saw some videos that I made, and it does make a difference. So even like being in Panera Bread, it might not be ideal because you feel like you want your privacy, but like you said, like someone might hear me say mortgage, and they might say, "Oh, he's a mortgage. Yes, I'm a mortgage guy," and they might say, how can I help them out, or maybe they have a referral. So
That
mortgages,
that is key. That how can I help you? That's
yeah,
a those words are great for recommendations and getting deeper with people. Yes, it's true. Those videos people throw out there, they're always looking for the likes and stuff. You might not get any likes, but you
yeah,
will. People are watching what you're doing. You'll have a
hmm,
bunch of views, and it's important just to continue doing it. I mean,
yes,
I used to count how many I was doing back in 2018 when I started doing video. I would do like one or
way
two a
before me.
week, and now I've done thousands of videos, and I'm filling up my YouTube channel. I'm
Hmm.
growing it. I've done different things as far as adding thumbnails, which early on I never did that, but that's a key thing for those that are YouTubing. Have a
Hmm.
you know thumbnails, have the tagging. Those are key things to provide some value for those that are watching us. And Joanna, she's from
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Okay, we're close. All right, my fellow Long Islander. Let's use the boroughs. I'm Long Island.
Yep,
Gee,
yep.
there we go. Great to see you. We're glad you're on.
Now, with let's like go back now. We've done a lot of variety. We're getting some variety right now, but I want to go back. Why did you get into the mortgage business, or even go before that?
Oh Lord. All right, so we're gonna go back 10 years, everybody. I promise I won't take up all the time, but we're just gonna go back 10 years and we're gonna skip a few years. Um, so I was in retail most of my life. I wanted a change for some reason. So I remember I put a resume out there and New York Life had reached out to me. And I was like, oh, life insurance. So that's where I started my sales. I was like, life insurance. Who wants life insurance? So then I went to my friends and family, like, if I was doing life insurance, what would you think about it? And a lot of people was like, why would you want to do life insurance? Who's going to buy life insurance? That's what actually got me into the industry. That's what really got me into the industry because it's like a lot of people said, no, I would never do it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to go this way and I'm going to go ahead and do it. I had my ups and downs with it, um, but it was such a great learning lesson to where I was able to help people. I was able to learn more about myself as a person because when you're in sales, you gotta hustle. But when it has to be like a controlled hustle, you can't go up to somebody and say, "Oh my God, I need a sale to pay my bills." But you still have to hustle, but you have to be there for that person. So it goes above and beyond you. So that's where it goes to how can I serve? How can I help you? Um, then I was in the property and casualty. So I know a little bit about, I was with State Farm. And then what ended up happening is I actually went to a networking group. Always network. So people who are out there, get uncomfortable and go to networking groups. Get uncomfortable with meeting people. Get uncomfortable with making videos. It's going to make a drastic difference. So mine was delayed in doing it, and now I'm starting to reap the benefits. So I didn't do all that in the very beginning because you really try to you try to hide. You try to hide behind the phone. Or you try to hide in general. What's the easiest thing to do? There's really no easy route into it. I've started business with a lot of people who had it a lot easier than I did. I'm still in, and they had to find something else to do because it was just so easy for them.
Hmm.
But back to it, I went to a networking group. I met someone there. We were how it actually started is I gave him a compliment on his suit. His name is Michael Cimbali. He's my mentor right now at the mortgage bank that we're at now. So I gave him a compliment. We were talking. We kept in touch. We actually
Got a little frozen. It's what happens from time to time. We have technical difficulties. We'll get him back as we're talking, or he's going into. He was in life insurance, which is a difficult thing to do because people don't like to talk about it. But it's something that every single person out there needs, and it's a tough sale. but you're also having conversations, getting getting into to know other people and helping them with, God forbid, something happens to them. Let me switch this over here. We'll have him come back. He is a good friend of mine. He definitely is all about helping others. So that's a key thing I want to really drill home tonight as we're waiting for him to pop back, is helping others goes a lot farther for your business. It'll allow you and open doors. If the first thing you say to somebody when they think you're going to sell them or pitch or talk about your service or product, you say, how can I help you? That will change the conversation. That'll allow that person to kind of ease away. Okay, you're not going to sell me anything. You're actually going to get to know who I am as an individual, and then find out what are those pain points that person has that you can actually solve. And if you can solve them, be a solution to a problem that someone has, that's very, very solid. That'll help you, and they'll come back around to you when it's time to use your service or your product. And I'm hoping we can get him back to give more value, because the value is there. He's a family man. I always like that, really drives people, and you could hear it in his voice about when he was talking about his kids. So I'm hoping to see he's going to be back. Let me see who else is out there. Saying that alone speaks volumes. He's a great friend of mine. Cool. Up here he is.
What?
And
was that me?
Something happened.
Oh man.
It's okay. I kept it rolling. I think I did all right.
Yeah, I think you did too. Because I'm trying. So I'm on my phone right now, ladies and gentlemen. So what I was saying is that I met this gentleman named Michael Cimbala. He's my mentor from a networking group, and he introduced me to the brokers where he was at, where they did life insurance and mortgages. So what did I end up doing was doing the life insurance there. I eventually got my mortgage license, and from there, for the past 2 to 3 years, we've been working together on the mortgage end.
Now, with sales, can you talk about some tribulations you had, some difficulties you might have had?
Some disappointments?
Yeah, disappointments. Yes.
Man,
there's no disappointments, right?
If you're not having disappointments, you're not in it, man. So disappointments happens daily, and the reason it happens daily is because you're out there trying to figure it out along the way. Like, you could have someone teach you every day on what to do. You're going to have your disappointments, and the conversation you had someone, you might have said the wrong thing. They might know more than you. They asked a question you didn't know. You go to a network event, you were too scared to talk to anyone. That is just what sales is all about. It's a living, learning lesson daily. A living, learning lesson daily. It's only a failure if you quit. That's it. Hello, Australia. What's going on, Scott?
What's going on, Scott? Yeah, I mean, it's something that it happens, is a lot of adversity that we have to deal with.
Yes.
And I always found the things that you are losing or disappointments, as long as you reflect and it doesn't happen again, you learn something, you're growing, and that'll help you going forward. Are you one that does a lot of reading, or how do you educate yourself?
I do reading, audiobooks, and reading and audiobooks. So I do a little bit of both. I find it very important. YouTube, use that, like we were talking about videos. It's very important to keep yourself motivated. It's very important to hear. And like, another thing is, like, sometimes there's people that we follow and we see like a finished product. And that's another thing is, so like, a lot of people try to compare themselves. I had that issue as well. So I would say that was like a failure or a learning lesson, whatever you want to call it. I tried to compare myself to someone who's been in a game for 20, 30 years. You can't do that for yourself. Like, you might want to pick pieces from that person, but you still have to be your own person. And I so that goes back to what I was talking about before about the videos. Like, you start somewhere. Like, if you found those old videos of someone who's perfect now, you would see that person be like, damn, I could have done a lot better than him or her. So like, don't ever stop, man. Just keep going. It doesn't matter what anyone says. If you have a passion for something, go ahead and do it, man. Go ahead and do it.
And with that, do you get up very early? And can you talk about your, morning routine? I like to hear what others are doing, those entrepreneurs that are out there.
Well, since I have young kids, I don't really have a choice at times to get up early. But what I really do try to do is like your morning, your first thoughts is what's really going to set the tone in a day. I do meditate. I do visualize. I do write my goals for the day or what's on my mind. So I do that preparation between changing poopy diapers and getting the kids dressed at the same time. But it's one of those things that you have to do to get yourself prepared for the day. And something that I'm working on to be a little bit better at is my preparation the night before, so the morning preparation is even better.
Is there any technology that you're using that is helping with your time blocking, scheduling, things like that?
I use Google Calendar. There's nothing. I am very basic. I still write things down. I've gotten better with using Google Calendar to block off time, but I'll still write things down. So, tracking is something I'm working on, which is very big for business owners, for people who are working for themselves. I have people telling me every day, Dana, you got to keep tracking. You got to track so you know what you're doing, and I will write that down. And now I have to do better with putting it in a spreadsheet. But if you're someone who's in sales, you do have to find a way to track yourself so you know what is working and what is not working.
So you're talking about meditation. What got you involved into doing that? That's interesting.
I actually do work with a life coach who has made a drastic difference for me. Some people frown upon it. That's fine, but it has made a drastic difference for me as a person. There's a lot of things that we go through in life that we let pile up in us. And sometimes as men, where we think we have to keep all that in, we can't express ourselves and this, that, and a third. And it piles up, and it will show in your business. It'll show up in your relationship with yourself, and it'll show up in your relationship at home. And there was some things that I was at fault for, that because of the coaching helped cleared it up for me, and it allowed me to be a better business person, giving me more confidence, but most importantly, be a better father and a better husband.
No, I like that. And that's so true. The guys have difficulty sharing their emotions, putting things out there. We're supposed to be tough, and that's it. You don't share that kind of stuff. But it's important. Anyone that's successful has a coach, has a mentor, has somebody to lean on. And it's something it's a great thing. How did you find your life coach?
Networking event.
Okay.
The best things that has happened for me was, it happens with everyone. Like it's just networking. You just go out and meet people, shake hands. And like, that's the benefit of having 2 ears and a mouth. Say hi and listen, say hi and listen, say hi and listen.
And that why goes back to having your kids. That drives you, and figuring it out that even if you don't have kids, you have to figure out, why do you want to be X? Why do you want to have this success? What are you going to do or get when you become that successful? These are ideas and strategies and goals that people should have.
And you're 1000% correct on that. A lot of people, before they even start, they have to figure out why they want to do it. Because like, we all start out and say, oh my goodness, I want to make all this money. You can make a lot of money doing a lot of things and being less stressed than doing sales. So you really do have to find your why. If you don't have kids, what is it for you? Is it your parents? Is it your brother and your sister? Is it your girlfriend or boyfriend at the time? Is it your future spouse? Are you a person who likes to give and tithe and give back to their church? What is it for you that you want to give back? Give, because like, that's what's going to keep you going. You know how many times I just want to pack it up? Then I look, so on my watch, I have my wife and my kids on there. You check the time you want to go. It's like, they're right there looking at me. All right, I have to make a few more dials. So those are my whys, and they're beautiful whys.
They definitely are, and it's something
Yeah.
that keeps you going. And I want to go down this path before we are ending our conversation. You do a lot of work for business. You have time for family. What about, do you travel or go on vacation, and what do you do on that?
I want to go on more vacations. There's a lot more that I want to do. I definitely want to travel. I was actually, I'm in a networking group, and I was speaking to actually a few people in my networking group. They travel a lot, so that is my goal right there, is to be a big traveler. My wife and I are thinking with the kids are thinking about going to. We're planning to go to Dominican Republic next year with my cousins. She's having a Sweet 16. Graduating high school, so we definitely want to go and do that. But I definitely want to travel more, and we're gonna put that in the books. We'll do like little vacations here and there. One of the best vacations we took so far was going on a Disney cruise. It was absolutely amazing. I gained between 10 and 15 pounds in about 5 days. It was probably like 5 years ago, so I'm still trying to shave off that 10 to 15 pounds. But it was great, man. It was great. And anytime you can go anywhere, I would just highly recommend it. Like obviously there's a monetary set on it, but make it happen, because you never know what's going to happen. And to be able to get out of your area and see different cultures and just see different people, it puts a lot of things in life in perspective.
Yeah, I mean, traveling is key. Doing it within sometimes a budget, or save for it. Don't just throw it on credit cards. A lot of people, I earn it, I need to go on vacation. No, you actually have to make sure you are in you don't want to put yourself in a bind just to go on vacation.
Yeah.
And it's great when I hear parents going on vacation. I went down the shore, and it's like, it wasn't a vacation because you're yelling at them in a different zip code now.
So, but it is important as parents that you do take the date night and the date time. It's very important. So, like my wife and I, we like to go to Montauk. So we're going to go ahead and do that in November. And you know what's the best part about it? There's nothing going on out there at that time, and we're just going to shut down and have fun. Like, that's it. Like, we're just going to shut down and just like, because you gotta do it. You gotta take care of yourself as well. That's another important thing that's important, is to take time for yourself. Not even just with your kids and your spouse. Time for yourself. What do you like to do? Do you like to go to the movies? Go ahead and do it. Do you like to go out to dinner? Do you like to just sit at the beach? Because you do need to recharge and reevaluate for yourself as well. And I personally think that's what's happening a lot going on lately, ever since COVID, that a lot of people were able to shut down, and they're really structuring and thinking about life. It was like, yo, I really like this time off. I don't like working 85 hours a week. And so it's good to take time to yourself. It's good. It's good for you.
Yeah, you need it. You don't want to always be work. I always work to live. I don't live to work. That's what people mix that up. That's why they're always in the office constantly. I mean, if you have to pay the bills, that's different. But you still want to set yourself up so that you are not always working. You want to have and enjoy your life too, because your kids are going to see it. Your wife, your significant other is going to see, do you really value them, or do you value more making money?
Boom. That's huge. Hopefully everyone heard that one.
That's something that I think everyone should start, thinking about, because it's more important than spending time with family and friends than always be working. So is there any final thoughts you can share with those that are watching? A lot of them are online marketers sometimes. Is there anything like that you would help someone with social media?
With social media?
Yeah, with social media. Any tip that you can give that
Just
works
do it
for you?
That's all it is. Like, make mistakes, meet up with Shawn and go live. It doesn't, like, it really doesn't matter, because you know what's so funny is that you try to compare yourself to people that are, like I said, that are up here, but then there's someone who is afraid to get online and make a video, and then they see you do it, you really just help someone else out. You help that person push. So like I have people, like I said, I might get 1 or 2 likes, a couple of views, a couple of comments, or not even or 0, and I'll have someone hit me up and tell me like, "Wow, that's great what you're doing. Keep up the good work. You know, let's talk mortgages. I meant to reach out to you," and stuff like that. So people are watching. Don't quit. Keep going. That's the game, man. That's all it is. That's
Well
all it
said.
is.
Well said, man. I appreciate you coming on. I know you had to change up your day to make this happen, and we had some technical difficulties, but we're persistent and we make
Yes.
things happen. That's what this is all about. We can always put ourselves out there. Anyone that's watching, if you want to be in the hot seat like Dana, please reach out to me. We'd love to have you and connect and connect and connect. Make sure you go to his web talk and friend request him and put comments there and content. We have this video is going to be there. It's on Webtalk Legends, the YouTube channel, and definitely get to know Dana because he will answer his phone. He'll have conversations.
We
and
will.
He'll ask how can he help you. That's a beautiful.
Networking is fun, man. It's fun. Get out of your comfort zone and do it.
Dana, thanks so much. Everyone else from all over the world, thanks for tuning in and have yourself an awesome day.
All right, Shawn. Thank you.